town of Thamesville in Ontario. That's a very small and beautiful city. I've gone around and I saw that this is a place that anyone who is interested in tourism would love to come to. Thamesville have so many things that it's going to offer. So come with me while we go see some of the things that we have here in Thamesville. Thamesville offer a selection of restaurants, shops, and other essential services. The residents are camera shy. I would not let me make a video of them or even record their voices. However, I was able to get a few histories about Thamesville which can be useful to tourists. One of the great places to visit in this village of Thamesville is the Tecumseh Monument. This is the place that is dedicated to preserve the memory of the death of the great soldier Tecumseh. He was killed around here sometime in 1812 during the war with the Canadian and US war. And Tecumseh happened to was actually born in the United States, in Ohio. However, he is Canadian. He became Canadian, and he fought, against the Americans to win the war at the time. And so this place was the monument. Was a place that is dedicated that tourists can come to see all the historical inscriptions on the walls, for people who are into tourism. Over here you see people sit on the park and are even enjoying picnics, with their family. So it's a beautiful sight, beautiful place to visit. It's nice woods and what have you. Just enjoy the view as we go along. In 2023, October of 2013, a reenactment took place on the grounds of this Tecumseh Mall as part of the bicentennial celebration of the war. The local restaurant they have here in Thamesville is the Johnny Quest restaurant, which is located inside the building of the Tecumseh House, which was built in the 1800s. This is a restaurant that caters to everybody. They have they have a lot of variety of dishes, and people troop in here every day for their local dishes, especially tourists. And the place was jammed on Friday when I came, with so many tourists visiting to see the monument, to see the restaurant, to see their bed and breakfast, and other events. Tecumseh community have a local restaurant which is the pride of the town. This restaurant, called Johnny Quest, is situated in the Tecumseh House, which was built in 1899. Not far from the Johnny Quest restaurant is the local supermarket in Thamesville. Thamesville happens to be a town that is populated by Aboriginal Indians, the native Indians. They have a collection of artifacts and food and what have you in this place. People coming here buy souvenirs for their families, and there's a lot that tourists take away from this shop as by way of supporting the local businesses. called the United Church. A lot of worshippers come here on Sundays. It's a small community, so they all almost know themselves. They come here to worship and do their services. It's a small place. The church runs on a propane tank, and that's what they use for their services. So it's a nice place for those of us who, for those of you who want to place to worship after your visit. This is one of the places you can come to worship during your vacation or even business trip. Thank you. So this is Thamesville United Church. One event that is popular in Thamesville is called the passing of the tomato truck. This is where there's a tomato truck that passes by with tomatoes in it, and people stand around, and if you're lucky, as this truck is going by, tomatoes drop, and then you're free to pick those tomatoes. I waited to see if I could find the tomato truck, but I did not until I left. The Log Bed and Breakfast is a place in Thamesville that tourists use as their accommodation when they come to Thamesville. And the owners will not let me make a video of the Log Bed and Breakfast. However, it's one of the beautiful accommodations that they have here. And the owners is a male and female. They made me understand that I could go to YouTube and I'll see videos about the Log Bed and Breakfast, which I did. And it's a very beautiful place. I tried to take pictures, but they won't let me. But it's a place that we could go book online for tourists. You go there, you book online, you have a place to stay while you go around for other tourist events and attractions that brought you to Thamesville. Now, if nothing else will bring you to Thamesville, there is something that will surely bring you here. Because the place is populated by native Indians, they do not pay taxes. Now, the gas station in Thamesville, they are 25 cents cheaper than anywhere else in Canada because they don't pay taxes for their gas. So people come in here, do their vacation, do their tourism, and then fill up their tank. I did the same with my Jeep. I filled up my tank before I left Thamesville. It was awesome when I looked at the price I was paying for gas. On a final note, I would like to crave your indulgence to welcome you to Thamesville. Thamesville is a city that is small, but has a lot of history as far as the Canadian society is concerned. They have the Tecumseh Monument that you can visit for attractions. And while you're doing your attractions, you can also stop by at the Johnny Quest restaurant to eat local. And not too far from the Johnny Quest restaurant is Thamesville Supermarket that has a lot to offer, especially because they have the large community of Aboriginal Indians, so you can visit this supermarket to get a lot of souvenirs to take home to family and friends. Also, for events, sometimes you see, if you're lucky, you might just get the tomato truck passing by. This is a truck that they don't have a particular time of the year that it comes. You're just lucky, and then you see it passing by, and you pick a lot of tomatoes to take home for yourself. And while all this is ongoing, you relax at the end of the day at the Log Bed and Breakfast. There, you can really have a nice, good sleep. That is a place you will call home, away from home. Now, to get you to all this, to get you to Thamesville, you need the tourist buses. These buses carry you from Windsor, from Chatham, and other places to Thamesville. Now, if you get to Thamesville and you need local transportation, the Chatham is not far away. That's why you have a lot of all these local rental services like Heads, Budget, and a lot more. You go to these places, you rent a vehicle with which you can take yourself around Thamesville. So Thamesville is one place I would recommend that you come to for your next vacation, because I definitely am going back to Thamesville, especially to enjoy the wonderful food that is made locally in Thamesville. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you all the best. Bye.